Kagman's here, Supply Chain Dynamics, Chapter 12, Collaborative KPIs. Sydea Gameplay 3, IT System Quality. The IT system quality is what drives the number of disruptions and also the productivity of the staff involved. And that's understandable as such a highly IT-enabled service supply chain. The IT system quality has a certain initial value, which we define as the target quality minus the initial quality gap. It is assumed that on a scale of 1 to 10, that actually initially the systems would have a 7, which is, I suppose, rather generous, but nevertheless not so very much beside the truth. And like all living systems, you would say, like also there's a natural deterioration. Let's say that an IT system has a lifetime of 10 years or 120 months. And after 10 years, you really do need a new system. This is simply a material flow. And so you need a constant flow of improvements there. Unfortunately, those do not take place during the first 2 years. The improvements are a function of a number of things, how much work is being done, and we'll see that in a minute, times how open the buyer is in specifying what they need to the supplier, and of course how long it takes to improve those projects. We now assume that the average project takes a year. If that's shorter, you see a faster improvement. If the buyer is really open, it's also a higher effect. But the big problem is there are no IT improvements started as a result of the fact that no new projects come in the deadline in the pipeline. Why is that? Well, not because there are no IT investments required. Actually, the required investments keep going up. That's the gap between IT quality target and current. Over some response delay plus some quality deterioration that takes place. You could even call this as kind of a stock management function where you take the current flow, the base case, the base stock control, where you say that the total flow here should be even. So you want to correct for the outflow as well as for the initial gap between those. But anyway, the problem is basically there is no money for it. The realized relation-specific effect investments require a certain amount of money, and that's not there, as we'll see a bit later on. Too bad, but that's just the way it is in this model. If we run the model for all the way, so for 48 months, then you do see that in the collaborative KPI regime, all of a sudden these investments do take place because there now is money to actually do this. As a result of this, the pipeline is filled with IT improvement work. As a result of that, the quality is being improved. As a result of that, IT quality goes down. As a result of that, a couple of other things go up as well, such as improve, such as up here the customer query work flow, the query handling, and that has to do with the fact that the capacity available for query handling up here is depending, of course, on the FTE, but also on the productivity of query handling, and that goes up a lot because of precisely this growth in IT system quality. So the people that we have available do have a higher productivity because they've got higher IT systems. A bit elaborate to walk through this model, even for me, but there we are back to the base again, and that was IT system quality.